Hi, my name is Jason Lexak, and today I will be going over a brief history of William Penn and the Pennsylvania colony. William Penn was born in London, England in 1644 to a noble family. His father, also named William Penn, was an admiral in the Royal Navy. His father had played an important role in restoring the monarchy and was eventually given the role of Commissioner of the Navy. Although he had hoped that his son would possibly pursue a career in aristocracy and working for the king, from his teenage years William had rebelled against traditional religious views and practices, and he had become an official member of the Quakers, also known as the Religious Society of Friends, at the age of 22. With the persecution of the Quakers slowly becoming a more and more serious problem in England, William Penn had sought to found an ideal Christian commonwealth. On top of him and some of his fellow Quakers purchasing land in eastern New Jersey, the recently restored king, King Charles II, granted him a large province in exchange for debts that were owed to Penn's father. This land grant was so large that he became the world's largest non-royal, so private, landowner at the time. This became the land where Pennsylvania and Penn's holy experiment would take place. With one of the main goals for the founding of the colony being religious freedom for the Quakers, Penn had also attracted a large number of people from other persecuted minorities and religious groups such as the Amish, the Jews, and non-Protestant Christians like the Lutherans, Catholics, and Huguenots. During the 1670s, he had also made multiple trips to Germany on behalf of the Quakers, which helped bring in a sizable population of German Anabaptists to the new colony. Penn had also set up a unique government for the time, with progressive-styled prisons and a two-house government where power was limited. This two-house government and limiting of powers would inspire the Founding Fathers later on during the Revolution. He was also quite different in the fact that he refused to exploit the Native Americans in the area and had built good relations with the Delaware Indians based on treaties, which are depicted in the painting below. Being one of the middle colonies, Pennsylvania was seen as a breadbasket, and it produced a large amount of wheat. Warm summers and mild winters shaped the climate, and iron was considered to be the most important natural resource. In addition to wheat, livestock was pretty important for Pennsylvania's agriculture. Iron tools and ores, as well as lumber and textile industries, were the basis of the economy at the time. I would like to conclude today's presentation with some fun facts that I learned about the state of Pennsylvania and William Penn. First off, on the origin of the name, is a combination of the word Sylvania and the surname Penn, which King Charles II had added to honor William's father, thus translating to Penn's Woods. On the city of Philadelphia, William Penn had played a pretty big role in setting it up, choosing that it would have a grid-based layout system for the streets with number and tree-based street names to alleviate confusion and navigation. A prolific writer throughout his career, he often wrote about religious differences between the Quakers and the English government, and he published multiple popular books and pamphlets, one of the most notable being No Cross, No Crown. An activist throughout the 1660s, in the year 1670 he was arrested for protesting a specific law about gatherings and religious gatherings, and in this case the jury had refused to convict him of the crime, and this later became known as Bushell's case, which was one of the first examples of jury nullification. And he also was a man of firsts, and the fact that his Pennsylvania Constitution was one of the first, or the very first, to propose the idea of an amendment clause, which was later co-opted by the United States Constitution, and he also proposed the idea of a European Union all the way back in 1693 in an essay towards the present and future peace of Europe.